The Warren JFK Eagles have done it again, winning their sixth straight game and defeating St. Paul Friday night in the first round of the OHSAA football playoffs, downing St. Paul 42-27. Welcome, all my friends, to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinnie YouTube channel sports show. They call me the face of Ohio high school football. So, my friends, let's get right into this. What a job by Coach Damon Buente. And once again, the Warren JFK Eagles winning their sixth straight game. What a game for quarterback LaMarcus Provitt. Rushed for 163 yards on the ground, 3 touchdown rushes, and also was 2 for 2 passing for 45 yards. The other dynamic duo was Stephen Thomas. What a game Thomas had, scoring also 3 rushing touchdowns. And my friends, bottom line, when you have a quarterback and a running back so talented like these two young men, obviously good things are going to happen. Now, if you are familiar with Warren JFK football in 2025, it did not start off the way you would want your team to start the season. And I've always said, it is hitting your stride late in the season. It's how you finish the season, not so much how you start the season. Now, Warren JFK started out the year 0-5. And I think at this point, fans, possibly was hanging their heads big time, wondering, what's going on. Well, let me tell you, I give Coach Damon Buente all the credit in the world. Keeping his players focused, not letting them get down on themselves. I mean, my friends, after all, we're talking high school kids, and you start off the year 0-5, okay? But listen to the 5 opponents that they had to play. They had to play Division 5 Union Local, 8-3 team. Division 5 Garfield, 8-2 team. Division 5 Liberty, 9-2. Division 3 Youngstown East, 6-4. And a Division 4 Marlington team, which JFK darn near beat them. They lost 45-40. But nonetheless, we are talking about Warren JFK is a Division 7 school. And they have always played up, okay? Meaning they've always played tougher division schools on their schedule. Now, in that 5-game start-off losing streak, JFK gave up 38 points per game defensively. And offensively, only scored 17 points per game in that first 5 games of the year. In the 6-game winning streak, the Warren JFK Eagles have averaged 38 points per game offensively, and defensively, my friends, this team is stout, only giving up a stingy 14 points per game to their opponents in this 6-game winning streak. My friends, when you have 2 players like LaMarcus Provitt and Stephen Thomas, last night against St. Paul, they combined for 380 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns combined for both of them. My friends, and where you got to point the finger to also and give the credit to is that big, strong, quick offensive line for the Warren JFK Eagles. I've always said games are won in the trenches. And this O-line for the Warren JFK Eagles, they are the real deal. They have a pair of 280-pound linemen. Center Aiden Bauer. This young man is the real deal. Division 7, and believe you me, he is majorly getting looked at by D1 college football schools. Aiden Bauer heads up this big offensive line. And let's not forget right guard J.P. Marcelo, also doing a phenomenal job on the line. Right tackle, 6'4", 270 pounds, Carter DeJulia. My friends, right then and there, when you look and you stereotype a Division VII school like the Warren JFK Eagles, I'm guessing, I don't know this, but I'm guessing they have probably 35 to 38 players on the team, okay? But when you have an O-line like Bauer, Marcelo, and DeJulia, 280, 280, and 270, and these young men are going anywhere from 6'3" to 6'4", and this is a Division VII school. This is a big reason why JFK is not afraid to take on the bigger opponents, like the first 5 teams I mentioned to begin the season. You know, my friends, they played a Division V Liberty team and only lost 21-8. To me, that is a decent game by a Division VII school. And like I said, right now, Warren JFK is playing with a lot of confidence. And I've always said, when a team can hit their peak and hit a winning streak, okay? Right now, JFK is playing with all the confidence in the world. Quarterback LaMarcus Provitt has been doing a splendid job. This is a young man that originally started the year as the wide receiver. Coach Damon knew that they needed to have some changes. So he moved Provitt from wide out to quarterback, and now look what has happened. Coach Buente did this after the 5th game. And right now, JFK is riding a 6-game winning streak. And what a job they have done. You know, we're talking about linebackers, and not only does Stephen Thomas do it rushing the ball, but he is a very good hard-hitting linebacker, along with Anthony Gorgalis and also Nick Bronca. You know, when you mention these names, my friends, this is the heart and soul of this defense, okay? I believe the secondary has done a splendid job for Warren JFK. You know, you got to remember, they played the St. Paul Flyers, and this is a very good football team, okay? I researched them. They had a very good quarterback. Passed for over 1,500 yards this year and threw something like 13 to 14 touchdown passes. They had a very good rushing attack. And once again, JFK beat a very good St. Paul team Friday night, 42 to 27. You know, bottom line, when you look at JFK, this is a very good, rich in tradition football program. This is a JFK team that has a record of 52-26 all-time in OHSAA football playoffs. This is a team that has won 10 regional championships, 5 state runner-ups, and 2 state championship titles, 1991 and 2016. You know, my friends, bottom line, this is a this is a very hot team right now. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Coach Damon has done a phenomenal job keeping their heads focused in every single game. And like I mentioned, you know, to have a special coach like Buente, when your team started off 0-5, and I know for sure it had to be a little frustrating, without a doubt, knowing the talent you have, but also knowing that the opponents and the competition you were playing were extremely good and bigger schools. And Coach Damon knew that. And he continued to stress to his football team to never give up. Continue to work at it, and good things will happen. As you can see, good things have definitely happened. And, you know, my friends, I am very proud of every single player on this Warren JFK Eagles team. I am very proud of the coaching staff to continue to lead by example. And I need to say this. This is a head football coach that's very humble, Coach Damon Buente. He makes sure that his football team attends church every Saturday morning. Don't think for a second this has not been a big reason why the Warren JFK Eagles have turned their season around from 0-5 to now 6-5. What a job. What a job. What a job. What a great coaching staff. And I got to hand it to the players. Okay? What a job they have done all season long. You know, when you look at this matchup between Warren JFK and St. Paul, they are no strangers to one another. Okay? 2016, JFK has won, by the way, the last 4 matchups against St. Paul in the playoffs. 2016, the Eagles down St. Paul 48-13. 2020, JFK beat St. Paul in that nail-biter 27-21. 2021, the Eagles buried St. Paul 35-7. And just last night in Arrowhead Stadium, Girard, Ohio, the Warren JFK Eagles down St. Paul 42-27 to move on to the second round of OHSAA, Ohio High School Football Playoffs. The Warren JFK Eagles will be facing McDonald in the second round of the playoffs next Friday. My friends, doesn't matter, win, lose, draw, whatever you want to say. The Warren JFK Eagles football program are true winners. What a job they have done turning their football season around. Starting out 0-5, and now they are 6-5, Division 7, Region 25. I hope everybody enjoyed this video today of the Warren JFK Eagles winning their 6th straight game, downing St. Paul 42-27. If you haven't yet subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, please click on the like button. Like always, not only do I love to read your comments, but I love to respond back to every comment that I do read. So please comment down below, not only about this video that I did, but mainly about the Warren JFK Eagles 6-game winning streak. And hopefully this can continue next week to 7 games. My friends, like always, peace out. God bless you all. Keep the faith. Click on this face right up here to subscribe. And like always, until next time, go Eagles. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.